Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the Island Church Weekly Podcast. We are back in action with kind of our core crew, myself and Dr. Will McRaney. After a few weeks of kind of some different things that we've been doing for the podcast, Pastor Will, happy to have you back stateside. Did you
Yep.
just kiss the ground when you got to America again and just said,
Well,
oh my gosh, give me some freedom fries and like wave the flag. Let's go.
well, I can understand how people do that kind of thing
Yeah.
after being in the air that long. You want to just kiss anything that's dealing with the ground.
Yeah.
But we're certainly glad to be back. We're saying I enjoyed our time away. Certainly appreciate our church family for the opportunity to allow us to spend this early 40th anniversary. It kind of fit into the schedule better. Our anniversary is not actually to August 10th. But we took this particular couple of weeks, and it was a good time for us to do that. Thought in the church calendar for us to do it, so we did it. And certainly just appreciate our people. Appreciate you for sharing. And we'll let you talk about that in a minute. And my friend Scott Weatherford, hopefully he behaved. You and I both know he's quite a character. But his ego is not as big as his personality. He cares about people. He got a big personality, but Scott just loves on people. And then Leo shared and preached, and I appreciate Leo doing that in the first week I was out, and then also helping out with the men's Bible study. So anyway, I just thank you, thank our people, thank Stacy for helping out with Island Kids and giving some leadership there, and Marcia and just everybody else, our entire church family. But it was good to be away, but it's really good to be back. We took a little extra bus ride. I won't get into too many details. Supposed to land in Orlando. We were delayed, pulled off the runway, went back to the set 2 hours for them to repair with no engines running, no air conditioning, all that stuff. So we're late getting into Orlando. So what they do, put us in Miami. So I need to get to Orlando. That's where we're supposed to fly into. So we're in the middle of the night, all through the night, the other night. 4 hours and 45 minutes because the bus driver took a route I've never seen with red lights going from Miami Airport to Orlando Airport.
Oh my gosh.
And I literally watched it. I probably made that route probably 40 or 50 times when I was working for the Florida Baptist Convention. And so it was quite a long haul getting back. So I didn't quite kiss the ground, Matt, but very close. I was very tempted.
Very close. Well, I can tell you from being there on Sunday, I can tell you all were very much missed. Lots of prayers for you and Miss Sandy in this kind of season of life. Also, just a lot of people who are grateful for you all leading the church so well. And just absolutely honored to be there. It was a good time. Had a great time on Sunday. I brought all my little kiddos, so people probably saw more kind of loud little noises running around the place, and also brought a few friends with us who also have a bunch of littles. So it was fun to see, like the kids ministry with a bunch of littles in it. And so, we had a great time. Everyone was, of course, so welcoming, so friendly, made us feel right at home. It was hopefully a helpful message on kind of how we handle testing and what that looks like, and how we turn to Jesus and the gospel in seasons of testing. And so hopefully that was helpful for everyone, but was really just grateful to be there, and it was just a wonderful Sunday for our family. Hopefully it was for everyone else as well.
I'm sure you did a great job, and the people just love engaging with you, so that's a good thing. And then the little ones, that always is an interesting and fun time.
It is. I think our kids stole about half the mint, just stockpile that all of Island Church has. So, Stacy, we may want to order some more mints. I think half of them were back home, so.
That's a good thing. That's no problem whatsoever. I appreciate you doing that for us.
Absolutely. Well, Pastor Will, help us understand what's coming up in the life of the church. I know there's lots going on always. What's kind of happening in your world? Yeah. Any updates you want to give, would love to hear.
Good. This coming Sunday, I look forward to being back in our typical routine, seeing our people, engaging with them. We know some of our people are coming, some of our people are going. And so this summer, really just want to work towards those connections and staying connected with one another and checking on one another. And saying that we're able to get a few messages while we're away. And so we understand that that the importance of us caring for one another. There was an accident. There's some other kinds of things we're dealing with challenges. People know that Sandy's dealing with early stages of breast cancer. We're in the process of actually meeting with a doctor on Wednesday this week, which by the time you hear this, which will probably be a day after that. But anyway, we just need to connect with one another this Sunday. Then we got the Father's Day coming up. That's always an important role that men play is to lead their families and lead them spiritually. And so we want to accentuate the value and the role that men play. We love women. God gave me 3 extra ones in my house, but to keep me straight. But we're going to try to make sure that we honor fathers and men and all the men in our church. And we'll do that in a couple of weeks. And then, of course, with our Bridge the Future campaign, we're continuing on to see support to come in on that. I would encourage people, if you've started giving. Thank you. So many of you have, most of you have actually.
Yeah.
But if you haven't quite got ready to do that, please help let's get going. It won't be long. We're going to have our drawings ready to present to the state and present to the county. And it's going to be it's going to be go or pause related on a money issue. That'll be the final thing. We certainly appreciate all the commitments that have been made, and we've got to get all that stuff together. And I'll pull together a few people. I certainly appreciate David Brooks and continued on even in my absence, and then Mark Bauman helping out on the campaign side, and others that are participating in that. But anyway, that's going to keep moving. That's not going to go away. I am more convinced of ever.
Yeah.
One of the things we saw interesting, Matt, you'll find this interesting. Yeah. I think we were in one of those cities. I think it was Genova.
Okay.
Almost positive it was. And we were looking at different churches. I've been to more churches. I was probably in 20 churches while we were gone.
Yeah.
Church buildings, right?
Yeah.
There was a man who had committed to build something. He was going to build a church.
Yeah.
And really wasn't sure what he wanted to do with it. So ended up building 3 floors. And what they did was made the middle floor of the church, the top 4 apartments, and the bottom 4, still today operating businesses on the bottom floor, all in one major big building.
Very cool.
That's not what we're doing, but it's kind of got some of the things.
Where it's kind of bringing the community in. It's people. Yep. Yeah, it's got becoming a central hub for the community.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward. I'm absolutely convinced this is our next step. This is we're not a decision making. We're long past decision making mode. But I just encourage our people. Just thank our people, and just encourage you. We're going to need to raise probably another. We're not dealing with exact numbers yet, but once they get all the structural designs and the electrical and everything else, we'll get more exact numbers. We're probably looking at about another 1.3, 1.4 million that we're going to need, and so we're going to be looking to our people, to people that have work connected to the church, and people in our community that want to see this happen here. So just keep me praying for us, and as we move that thing forward. Some of you know that this is pretty stretched for me, because this is not an area where I have experience or skills, particularly how I'm wired. But I can trust God in new things just like you can. So we're moving ahead. I'm thrilled with where we are.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for leading us in that way and kind of showing us a model of what it looks like to kind of lean into things that sometimes are not comfortable for us, but God calls us to, and trusting Him to sustain us through it. We're really, really grateful for you and your leadership on that, Pastor Will. Any last words for folks today as we kind of sign off and kind of go into the rest of the week where we got lots of stuff going on?
Well, we're going to continue to need additional help in our children's area, and we think about that one, we were all children at once, but we're helping to change and shape lives that will impact them 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, however long God gives them on earth. Yeah. And that's really a vital part. So check with Stacy on that. Check with Sandy on that. We certainly appreciate several have stepped in to help. We particularly need men that can help. Well, it's not just, hey, we're just going to leave you on your own. We're not going to drop you like some swimming lessons, throw you in the middle of the water and tell you to swim out. That's not going to happen.
That's not it.
We're going to help you along. We certainly appreciate the people that have helped out, but that's an ongoing need. And just imagine what that's going to be a year from now.
Absolutely. That'll be huge. That'll be a huge opportunity for the community. Yeah.
So we'll trust God that He'll provide the people in the harvest, right? He'll provide financial resources. He'll provide talents. He'll provide experiences, all those kinds of things in the harvest as we reach new people. But we want to certainly be faithful where we are. So I'd encourage you to think about that. And if you have some interest in that or be willing to help or just to support that, then that'd be very helpful. And then I'm just thankful for the sacrifice. I was going to tell a little story that we had someone that came to me some time ago, probably 2 years ago, when we first were looking at this campaign, and said, hey, can't do a lot. She's in a unique situation with her several things around her life. And she said, but I'm going to give up a particular drink, and I'm going to put all those resources into the campaign. And so the point is, whether it's a widow's mite or whether it's the king's treasure, right? Yeah. It's God wants us to step into it. And I'm very thankful for every person, all of our people that have stepped up, and look forward to seeing what God's going to do to provide the remaining resources that we need.
Amen.
So,
Will, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that encouragement. That's so helpful. And I think it helps people understand, hey, no matter where you are, it's about sacrificial giving. It's not the size of the gift, but it's about all of us being in, letting God use it to shape our community, but also do something in us through the process of generosity. So thank you. Thank you all for watching. Island Church Weekly podcast. We'll see you back here again next week. Bye-bye.